YouTube. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Chris Jack, Canvas Nomad here, back with another one. Mercy. I am I'm in Georgia right now. I was in Tennessee earlier. We flew. We're in a place called Ringgold, Georgia. It's like an hour and a half from Atlanta. And I was in Chattanooga earlier. It's pretty interesting. It's my first time here. And I'm realizing I'm in the middle of nowhere. I mean, look at this. 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 You got trees over there. I don't know what that is over there. It's like some kind of food spot. You got nothing but trees over there. There's a hotel there. And there's a Circle K over there. And there's nothing else for like miles. Nothing else for miles. It's insane. How we found the spot, I couldn't tell you. I'm here for and yeah. I'm here for a wedding. I'm glad I got to come out here and finally say, I've touched ground in Tennessee and Georgia. Well, I've driven through Georgia before. Me and my friends, me and my sandbox, we drove from New York to Florida, spent like a week there during New Year's, and then we drove back. That was a memorable trip. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time. But I never actually went to Georgia. We just drove through it. This time actually stepping foot in Georgia, and it's not a gas station, you know what I mean? Pretty cool. It's different. It's definitely different. It's definitely different. People are so nice here. Like I think it's I don't know for sure, but I think it's right turn on red here, right? And I'm in the car. We rented a car. I'm in the car, and it's a red light. I have my blinker to go right, but I don't know if that necessarily means that I can do it. There's a line of cars behind me. Two of them got their blinkers to turn right. If this was New York, beep, 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 they'd have been beeping their horn. But here, they just calmly waited till the light turned green. And then, let the flow of traffic happen naturally. And that's different. You walk here, everybody, like people, strangers just looking at you, smiling, saying hello. This is Southern hospitality, you know what I mean? This is Southern hospitality. It's different. I don't know if you can hear this noise. I don't have a mic on, so like it's the regular mic on the camera, and there are aliens everywhere out there. I don't know. I hear locusts. I hear frogs. I hear just an ensemble of just nightlife in the animal kingdom. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Oh man, but it's pretty cool. I got to come out here, chilling with family, of course. My mom's, my two aunts. We all came out and we just had like a little field day. We went to this place called Cracker Barrel. Oh my God! I'll probably put my review of it. It's on Google. I'll probably put my review in the comments in the description. But Lord have mercy, worst experience I've ever had. And I do my best. Like if I don't have nothing good to say about a place, I just don't leave a review, right? But I had no choice but to leave a bad review for this one. This is probably the worst review I've left on Google Maps. Got there, and I'm like, yo, well, first of all, we got to Chattanooga, and I'm like, I want some like some real good barbecue. You know what I mean? I don't know if Tennessee is necessarily known for their barbecue. I know it's mainly known for the whiskey. Oh, and Jack Daniels reigns supreme out here. But, well, at least based on what I've seen. Um, I don't know if it's known for their barbecue. I know it's known for the whiskey, right? So I wanted something like homegrown. I get out the car, like we get in Chattanooga, we driving around. By the way, it looks like downtown Jersey for anybody, my more northeastern folks out there. If you've never been here, it looks kind of like Jersey. And we're driving around. We went to the conventional center. We got off the exit. We went to the conventional center. We drove around. It had like a little downtown area with skyscrapers and stuff. Um, but it was small. It was like really small. Like you can probably walk around their whole downtown area, and it might take you maybe, I don't know, a half hour, 45 minutes, let's say, to an hour to walk around the whole thing. And maybe I'm bugging. Maybe there were some areas I didn't see, but just based on driving around, like I quickly left the skyscrapers and it became houses again very fast. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're driving around. I get out the car and I'm like, yo, everybody in the car is hungry. I'll go ask a local, somebody that's from here, hey, what's to eat? So I get out the car. I see this black girl, pink hair, pushing a stroller. I'm like, okay, we in the hood, you know what I mean? Chattanooga, my man T.O., you know what I mean? I'm in your house. So, shout outs to Randy, number one all time, but T.O., I'm in your house, so you got it right now. I asked her, I'm like, yo, what is there to eat around here? She's like, oh, there's a lot of stuff. You can go to Buffalo Wild Wings. They got Chili's, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I didn't come all the way out here to eat something I can eat in New York. You know what I mean? That's my mentality on things. I do not want to eat the food that I can eat all the time when I'm in a new area. I never understood how people do that. Yeah, that's true. It can mess up your stomach, and I do believe that Cracker Barrel messed up my stomach, but I'm gonna get to that in a second. I do believe it could mess up your stomach, but at the end of the day, what are you gonna do? Use the bathroom for, whatever it is, and you're back to normal. It is what it is. You might as well experience it so you can talk about it, you know. But she told me all these places. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I went on Google, found a bunch of spots. Now, we flew in. Today's the 5th, but we flew in yesterday. Well, it's like 12 o'clock right now, like 12:30, almost 1 o'clock at night, obviously. And we flew, when we got there, everything was pretty much closed. You know what I mean? So we couldn't really enjoy like a good meal, and I'm not gonna be here long enough because we got work on Monday. So I'm not gonna be here long enough to really sit there and be like, I'll go next week. It doesn't work like that. So we had this, we had our opportunity. Nothing was open, so they ended up saying, let's go to Cracker Barrel. I'm like, okay, so we're gonna go to the Fridays of down south. All right, cool. Right. By the way, they got rid of apparently Geek Bar is being banned. So I had gotten something called Crown Bar. It smells like a hookah, which is kind of dope. But you actually want to close the filter. You know, on a Geek Bar, you want to like open it all the way up. On this, you kind of want to close the filter, which is weird because the more you close it, the more potent it gets. I don't know, but that's the point. So we finally went to Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel. It was cool aesthetic. It kind of looks like a random, like a, I don't know, like a Waffle House type. There was Waffle House actually next door, which was funny. But I don't know. I'm really not a waffles and chicken person. I don't like pastries, so pancakes and waffles and all that stuff, it just doesn't really do it for me. You know what I mean? So we went to Cracker Barrel. Now I got in there. They had the little souvenir spot. They had like a whole store in there before you get into the actual restaurant. Cool. But as soon as I got in there, I'm freezing. I'm like, all right, you know what? Maybe it's just because I just got in here. Maybe my body ain't get used to it. Cool. I went to the host. Very nice people. All she was doing was smiling and laughing the whole time. Just like she almost looked like she was like nervous. You know what I mean? But I think that's just how she naturally was. So I sat down, got my stuff. The waitress comes out. Her name is Alexa. Very of like the image of a Southern belle. You know what I mean? The image of a Southern belle. Sweet. The accent was heavy, and I'm like, yeah, I have left the North. I'm not necessarily in the South, but I have left the North. The way she's talking, and she recommends some stuff to me, whatever. So now, my folks are like in the souvenir spot. So we finally get down. They finally come down to the seats, and we're all ordering. I ordered some hash brown tater tots. I'm like, oh, hash brown tater tots. That's gotta sound pretty good. Had some bacon on cheese on top. That first interaction with the food, I was like, okay, this is not bad. I can rock with this. So what I got was country fried steak, right? Now, the first time I've had something like this was when I was in Texas, and it was chicken fried steak, and then they had steak fried chicken. I got the chicken fried steak, right? So when we went over there, when I went over to Texas and had the chicken fried steak, it was an actual steak that had breadcrumbs and it was fried just like chicken, right? So I'm thinking, oh, that was amazing. I haven't had it for a couple of years. Let me get the country fried steak. See, it pulls like a hookah. You know what I mean? It pulls like a hookah. It's kind of crazy. I think that's the first time I smoked on this channel. Yeah. So I'm thinking, all right, we're gonna eat good. When they bring the food out, it's a hamburger patty with breadcrumbs around it. I didn't ask for no hamburger. I wanted steak. Yes. Are they both beef? This is true. But I wanted steak. You know what I mean? So I was already disappointed with that. I ate it, but I was disappointed with that. Then I got some loaded mash, and I got some seasoned rice. When I ate the seasoned rice, it felt like they had cooked it for like 5 minutes, let like the ends of the rice kernels uh, get soft, and left the middle hard. And they were like, okay, take it out, put it around. Because when I ate into it, it was like I was eating chips. It was wild. Never had no rice like that. So we ended up telling the server. They ended up getting me mac and cheese. The mac and cheese now felt like it was in a milky, soupy, creamy type soup. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is not what I want. You know what I mean? I wanted some mac and cheese. It was just a very, very bad experience. So, manager came out, Daniel, he was cool. And he was like, yo, don't worry, I'm gonna comp your whole bill. You'll be fine. Don't even worry about it. Yada, yada, yada. So we got the bill. We ended up paying for it. Because we were gonna split the card, it ended up coming to $18 more than it actually was supposed to be. Why is it so much more when we actually got the bill comp? The cashier, I guess, messed something up and couldn't do it at the same time. I don't know. You know what? It's crazy. I'm hearing fireworks now. And I just realized it is the 4th. Where's all the commotion? Where's all the commotion? I feel like in New York, this place would have been lit. Like, you couldn't have no place like this in New York. There'd have been people chilling everywhere. I don't know. Yeah. They're back there. Fireworks is going off back there. So yeah, whatchamacallit. So it ended up charging us $18 more than what the bill was comped for. So we had to wait another whole like 20 minutes just for them to resolve it. And they couldn't resolve it because every time they used 2 cards, it wouldn't work. So we just ended up paying with the 1 card. It went back to the regular price. And somehow it came $6 cheaper than the comp bill. So I was like, all right, you know what, whatever. Let's just get out of here. It wasn't meant to be. We rented a car. The car kept beeping profusively. Like, it was just annoying. And I couldn't figure out what the issue was. I think I now realize that maybe in Tennessee, you have to have your seatbelt on in the back seat. Like, like anybody that's Northeast, specifically New York. Remember, that my point of view is always going to be New York because that's what I know. In New York, I think they made it a rule now where it's like one of those laws that is a thing. It's just not enforced where people in the back have to have seatbelts. But maybe here it's actually enforced because the people in the back wasn't having a seatbelt on, and I think that was the reason why I kept beeping. But in the beginning, the two people in the passenger seat, we just kept trying to thinking maybe the sensor's faulty, maybe it's not working completely. I don't know. Whatever case may be. We just having a bad experience for the first day. Then I get over here, I see a Circle K. I'm like, oh snap. We can finally get some food because, you know, we didn't eat. We were still hungry. We paid all that food, still walked out hungry. It is what it is. So, got to Circle K, and we ended up eating hot dogs. Like, now we're in Georgia. Food in Georgia is so much different, allegedly, from what I hear, than New York, but we're eating hot dogs. Where does the world come to? But in their defense, in these two states' defense, it is 4th of July, so everything is closed. I heard you. And then tomorrow is the event. We're leaving Sunday night. Heard. Alright, cool. Probably chill in the morning and explore a little bit more. I wish we would have flew into or leave from Atlanta. It is what it is. By the way, Spirit Airlines, I just want to sit here and say, is absolutely the worst airlines you can ever have. Not because like the airline itself. What in the hell is going on? Yo, what are you? Let me turn this around. I don't know if you can see it. Why won't it turn around? Alright, never mind. It's a big dinosaur. It's like a prehistoric, now it got me wondering like what's around me. That was a prehistoric, I don't know if that was a roach, but that was like a water bug sized animal. That was a prehistoric Cretaceous creature. I don't know what that was. Anyway, so we got on Spirit, we got there, and usually I didn't book the tickets, right? So because I know Spirit, I'm just never really ever going to buy Spirit tickets. And of course, I had a pulley, and because it's counted as a carry-on, we have to pay $80 right there. So before the trip even starts, $80 out the pocket. Whatever. I don't know how you come to an event like this and got to bring a bunch of clothes and you can't bring a carry-on, but it is what it is. So we paid it, got on the flight. No TV, you gotta pay for water. Like, who's paying for water? Why am I paying for water? Like, that's ridiculous. You go to the bathroom, you gotta put your hand under the water so you can drink. Like, it's crazy. Luckily, the flight was only about an hour and a half. It wasn't long. I'm sure I'll post those shorts up sometime soon, but flying over was kind of pretty dope. Like, you saw nothing but farmlands and swamp areas, and, you know, it was pretty dope. But I was knocked out for most of it, to be honest with you. I didn't sleep last night at all. I came straight from work and went to the plane. So it is what it is. But yeah, going back to it, we went to, and Spirit is only good because it's cheap, but you're getting what you pay for. I just want to acknowledge that. So we went to Circle K, got the hot dogs, and then because I didn't go to sleep, I was knocked out. I wanted to kind of explore a little bit, like go around. Maybe see somewhere that they kind of how they celebrate 4th of July out here. But I knocked out, and that was 12:30. Everything, usually anything outside of deep metropolitan areas, closes at 2. So by the time I get there, I probably have an hour left. I was like, no, I'm not even gonna do that to myself. I figured I'd come here and just put something in the journal. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm out here with the aliens and the insects and the Cretaceous aliens over here, prehistoric insects, and yeah. If you made it this far in the video, it's your boy Chris Jack. Made it this far in the video. Like, comment, subscribe if you made it this far in the video. You, my friend, will certainly appreciate it. Peace. Yeah, where did it go? What is going on? We really good here.